Okay, now, there's a good chance that you're probably wondering, why am I doing this, and what is it? Well, I'm squatting. And I'm doing it here so that you can see me, because if I did it on the floor, you wouldn't be able to see me, right? And I'm also doing it to invite you guys to think about the health benefits of squatting, as well as why don't we, and the cultural implications of squatting. Now, my research into squatting, now this is, I can do it without holding, but not for long. My research began a few years ago when I had some work done on my house. And every morning at 8 in the morning, I would have several men filter into my backyard. And as they waited for each other to show up, they would assume this position. They'd be smoking their cigarettes, drinking their coffee, eating pastries, all like this, with the heels totally on the ground, I might add, as has taken me a long time to be able to get to on this. And as if it was nothing. What they all had in common, they ranged in ages from early 20s to what seemed to me early 80s. And what they all had in common was they were all Cambodian. When they had all assembled themselves, they would get up a lot more elegantly than me. I don't think they even dusted themselves off, but it sounds good to say that. They did, and they would go about their work. Come lunchtime, here we go again. They get back to the backyard, and they eat their lunch like this. Have a after lunch smoke, all like this, with no problem, all ages. So I decided I would Google squatting. I was just curious. So it helps a host of digestive things and all the sexual organs. It helps with urinary tract. It helps with prolapsed organs. Sitting is just so bad for us. And we sit all the time, no matter what we do, it seems like, even to go to the bathroom, right? So it also helps muscles and joints. I broke my left knee after 2 falls, twice I broke it, last year. And this has helped me immensely. I have a friend who has plantar fasciitis, and he started doing this. Now he can't do it as good as me, not that I'm gloating, but he does it like this every morning while he brushes his teeth. He's found it helps the soles of his feet. It helps the tops of the feet. It helps the ankles. The reason that we can't do it is because we have shortened Achilles tendons. So it helps stretch out that. It helps the front shin. It helps the calf. It helps the knees. It helps the thighs. It helps the butt. It helps everything inside that whole hip region. And it even stretches out your lower back and the upper back, from what I can feel, because now I'm not as good as those Cambodian workers. So, as I continue doing research on this, you know how it is on the internet, you can just totally get lost on these things. I came across one article by a Korean woman who was married to an Anglo-American man. And she was very much into health. She's into yoga, all the benefits, and into diet, all that stuff. And she understood all of these benefits that I've just described about squatting. She and her family members were blood relatives, and there would be times that they'd hang out just like this, better than I'm doing. And her husband would be horrified. And why is it then? Here it is, when we're little, we can do it so easy. It led me to think about all these people, whether they came over yesterday to America or whether they've been here for generations. It's the American view of what they consider to be third world countries, what they consider to be poverty, and what they consider to be lack of education. People come here because they want something better, whether it's economic or whether it's cultural or whatever that is, and they throw the baby out with the bathwater.